All right. So I was just gonna let you guys know this class does not always take a full hour. So there should be time at the end for questions, anything you might have, but definitely drop those in the chat as we are going. That way, if I see it and I can stop and get to it, we'll kind of go through those. But looks like we were still having some people join. Looks like it's kind of winding down, so let's get started. So, for those of you just joining again, my name is Kate with Scott Leroy Marketing, and today we're going to cover what SLM can do for you. So that's going to cover how we help with onboarding and things you can reach out to us after onboarding to get assistance with. So the first thing I want to do with you guys is we're going to start on the Scott Leroy website. So if you're not familiar with the Scott Leroy website, it is just scottleroymarketing.com. Once you are on this website, you will be required to log in. So as you can see, mine is showing log out. That's just letting you know I'm already signed in under a market center. You can hit log in here generally and enter your market center number, and that will allow you to log in and access all of our available services. We're primarily going to hang out under this agent resources tab today. So just kind of remember that. If you need to refer to this class, the training after we get off of the Zoom, though, you can check that out on our YouTube channel, okay? And I always recommend the videos tab. That's going to give you the most recently uploaded videos. If you're kind of searching, sometimes you'll find something that's a little bit older. So let's just take a look. Oops, and of course I cannot type. Anyways, so we are seeing the most recent one, but sometimes you'll see 5 months, 8 months, a year old. Make sure you're looking for that most recent. Things are always changing with KW and the services we provide, so finding that most recent video is going to be important. But back to the SLM website. The first thing we want to take a look at is these questionnaires. So I'm going to open this in a new tab really quick. And as you can see, when we pick one of these questionnaires, we've recently kind of revamped our onboarding. So when you go to the questionnaire, it is going to give you the option to kind of go through and pick what best fits you. In order for you to help understand where you fall into these, we're going to cover our old categories. So when you hover over the questionnaire, give me 1 second, I just got to let people in. And when I let them in, I have to click off of the screen. So back to it, questionnaires. When we are on the questionnaires, these are what we used to send you. However, if we were to send you a new agent or an expansion, it's going to send you to that same link we were just on. So going over these and understanding what the different ones are is going to kind of help you understand as you're going through those questions. So the first type of questionnaire you would fall under is new agent. And a new agent questionnaire doesn't necessarily mean you're a brand new licensed agent. It just means you're new to Keller Williams. So this could be that you are a new licensed agent, just got your license, just passed your test, all of that. But it could just mean you've just joined KW. So that would be what that one stands for. Next, we have admin. So an admin questionnaire would be someone that's joining a team of agents or group of agents. Generally, this would fall under a non-licensed associate. So generally, you'd be doing some type of support for a team, whether that's transaction coordination, marketing, things like that. Next, we have a capper questionnaire. So a capper questionnaire is generally someone that is coming from another brokerage. And you're kind of already done quite a few deals. So you have quite a bit of production. This allows us to know that you probably most likely have transactions going on and your setup needs to be speedy and accurate because we don't want to cause any type of lapse in your business. So capper would just mean you've had quite a few transactions and you're coming most likely from another brokerage, whether that's another KW or another brokerage entirely, and you're coming to KW. Expansion. Now, an expansion would be that you are in more than one KW office. This could be you are in a state where you are very nearby to another state and you've decided to get both licenses. This could also mean maybe you travel a lot and you have a license in Florida and also in California. And you are going to have your licenses in two different KW offices. So that would be the expansion. There's also expansion teams, so that is also going to fall into that bucket. Hidden agent setup. This is going to be another one that's most likely for someone that's already in production with another brokerage. You're transferring to KW, however, maybe you haven't fully made the transition yet, but you want to get all of your setup up and running, good to go. So when you do transition, everything is smooth. This allows us to hide your public profiles. Sometimes we see this when maybe a agent is transferring and they still have a few deals that need to close, but again, they want to get all of their KW stuff set up and ready to go. So that would be hidden. Market Center staff, that one's pretty self-explanatory. That's going to be your Market Center leadership's team, whether they're MCA, DFI, whatever they fall under, that would be the Market Center staff. Returning. This would be you are a KW agent, you left, whether that was for a month, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, and you're coming back to KW. This just means the system will recognize you when you're entered, and you may already have some systems set up. A team, again, this could be an admin. However, this is probably going to be more likely you are a licensed agent joining a team, whether you're going to be a buyer's agent, listing agent, whatever you fall under, that would be that. Just allows us to know that your profile needs to be set up a little bit differently. The tech refresh. This is for any KW agent that has been with KW for any length of time. This allows us to go in and audit your KW systems. It allows us to see if there's anything new that we're providing to new agents that you didn't have when you joined. For example, we're now setting up like Canva and TidyCal and things like that. If you joined a few years ago, those weren't services we offered. So you can do a tech refresh. We'll go through all of your systems, make sure everything is set up and that you're taking full advantage of everything we offer. Now, next we have a transfer agent. This is going to be from one KW office to another. So if you're moving across the state, across the country, if you're moving from one state to another, or if you've just moved locally and you need to change to a different KW, you would fall under the transfer. So again, any of those questionnaires are going to lead you to this same page. However, it's going to help you identify where you fall when you're filling out these questions. If you ever have any questions, you can always reach out to our support email as well. Now, once you have filled out your questionnaire, and every office is a little bit different with how the agent gets the questionnaire and submits that. Some offices will do it for you, others will kind of go through it with you, or you just fill it out on your own. But once that questionnaire is submitted and we have completed our part of your setup, you will get an email that looks very similar to this one that we're looking at here. It's going to say Keller Cloud Setup Complete. It should have your name and it should have your Market Center number. So we like to recommend that you save this, star it, have it handy, just in case you ever need to refer back to it. When you scroll down a little bit, it's going to say Welcome aboard to Keller Williams. To access your logins, please click here and enter your Market Center number. So we are very adamant about adding your Market Center number in as many places as we can because you are using that a lot when you're accessing our platforms, our your setup, things like that. If we scroll down just a little bit more, you should have a few attachments. So you should have 2 QR codes and you should have a Just Join Forces photo. It should look similar to this with your information. However, if you have one that doesn't have a photo, most likely you did not submit a photo on your questionnaire. And if you would like to have a photo added to that, you can always reply to this setup email with that photo and we can get that updated as well as add it to your KW profiles. This photo is for you to use though. It is for you to share with your social media platforms, share with your friends, however you'd like to do that. It's just to help get the word out that you are a new agent. Now, these other 2 are QR codes. One is going to be for your website, your branded website that is just for you, and the other is going to be for your KW branded app. Again, branded to you with your information. Any client, friend, family that is using these QR codes and are being redirected to your platforms, you're going to be notified in your command when they create an account and of different activities that they're performing on those different platforms. So these are great to save and use for different marketing. If you're creating open house flyers, if you're creating any type of marketing that you're sending out, these are great to use because it's a great way to try to capture those leads. So save those. Those are for you to use. We're going to scroll back up, and now we're going to go ahead and click here on this little button. Now that we've clicked there, we're going to go ahead and enter our market center number. Whoops, and I apparently cannot type, or it's just my numlock is not on. One moment, guys. There we go. So we're going to enter that market center number, and then we're brought to our setup. So the very top thing up here in this blue banner I want to cover, because we get a lot of questions on this. We get a lot of people who ask, what's my KWU name? What's that 16-digit code? These two items up top are for our internal purposes when we're creating your setup. So you won't have these, you won't need them for any reason. It's just for us to get your setup completed when we're creating this. So you can kind of ignore those and you can scroll down. You have a video here. This is going to go over a lot of the information we're covering today. However, feel free to check that out. If we scroll down a little bit, it's just going to say these are your logins. We strongly recommend that you keep this at least for 90 days. I recommend keeping it for the entire time you're with KW. You never know when you're going to need something from this. Another thing you're going to want to pay attention to are these notes from your onboarding team. Every once in a while, we encounter some type of issue when we're doing setup. Maybe something in command is being worked on and we're not able to fully set up something. These notes are going to let you know if anything like that happened. It's also going to provide any additional details on anything at all that maybe we weren't able to do. Or you might get a simple one. Please reply to this email with your biography and your picture. You can, of course, reply and send those to us so we can get them updated in your platforms. Moving down, we have your KW logins. So these are your KW username and password. These are for most of all of your KW systems. However, it is going to go over that it is for Command, your Command app, KW Connect, Keller Home Loans, things like that. But most likely, if you're logging into a KW platform, these are going to be the logins that you use. Your username's not going to be case sensitive, so you don't have to worry about those capitals if you don't want to. However, your password is. And I always like to highlight, if you are double clicking to copy a password, make sure it's not adding a space before or after. And also, as you can see, it's not grabbing that exclamation mark. So just make sure when you are copying, pasting these passwords, you're getting every little piece of information. Because if you have spaces after highlighted, it's going to give you an error that your password's incorrect. Moving over to Google Workspace. This is going to be your KW email login. It also gives you access to all of the other KW or all of the other Google Suite, Google Sheets, Excel, things like that. So you can use this for all of that. You log in the same as you would any other Gmail account. Whether you're doing that from the gmail.com or the Gmail app, you can log in with those. If you requested for email forwarding, we're going to let you know if that was set up. There's some additional things as far as verification and other trainings that you can kind of check these out for. Moving down, you're going to find your KW branded website. So this is what we talked about briefly when we were talking about your branded website. If you go to this, it should have all of your information. So it should have your name, your photo, all of that good stuff. If people are signing in on this, it is going to have you, it's going to come to you. One thing when I'm talking about that, you do not have a login for this physical website or the app. If you are interested in signing in, you're just going to create an account like any other client would. So you won't have those already set up. Moving down is your KW.com profile. Now, your KW.com profile is the profile that allows you to be found on just the generic KW.com website. So that is when people are coming to find an agent and they're searching. So this is that profile that you are seeing highlighted here. Now, moving down, you have command email. That's just, again, your KW email, but this is what is used when you are sending a mail through command. This is going to be where those replies go to, and things like that. Moving down, we have your KW consumer app link, again, branded to you, so you're notified of those interactions that people are having on there. Then you have your Keller Home Loans and Keller Covered logins and information. You will find Twilio. However, this is often not a platform we set up. The reason for that being is that it does require you to select a specific subscription and also enter your payment information. However, we've put here where you can easily access that, sign up. Because it is used frequently by a lot of agents, it allows you to mass text your database in command, whether that is just one-off text messages or smart plans. Now moving down, you're going to have DocuSign. Some offices will have DocuSign, some will have Dotloop, some will have both. However, the majority of the offices that we work with are using DocuSign. So that will be our preferred setup. This will have your username and password, some information on logging in. DocuSign's how you're going to send and receive documents for signatures and to be completed. Now, this is one of those super important reasons that I say to keep this forever. We occasionally have agents that reach out to us years after they're set up because they're trying to reset their password and they don't remember their security code. We are required to set up that security question when we set up your account, and we do include those on your setups. These are specific to you, so you would need that specific question and answer in order to reset that password. So helpful to keep handy. I'm not really going to cover HomeKeeper. I believe this one is slowly being phased out because they've recently made some changes to their subscriptions and things like that. So we're going to come down. And these are our additional logins. So these are going to be a lot of the third-party platforms that we set up for agents. TidyCal, it's going to be very similar to Calendly, which a lot of people are familiar with, but it allows you to have appointments scheduled through that link. So this is another one that we set up for you guys. You'll have your logins as well as your shareable link. We do set up a 30-minute meeting for you guys already that you can start utilizing. You will have Blink. Blink is a digital business card. I'm not sure why I'm getting that today. That's okay. It is a digital business card. Now, your KW Command app does come with a digital business card. However, it is not very customizable. It doesn't add a photo or anything like that. So we create the digital business card for you because it allows a lot more customization. It also allows you to share that directly through a QR code, and it will add you as a contact to the phone of whoever you're sharing it to. We set up Zoom as well, so that allows you to access things like the training today. Canva. Now, I do want to just mention all of these third-party platforms are free platforms. We're not paying for accounts. So these are going to be the basic accounts. If you already have a Zoom you pay for or a Canva, definitely keep utilizing that. You're not required to use these. Canva, that will also just be a free basic account. It just allows you to access templates. We create a lot of templates through Canva, so it allows you to easily sign in and start using those through our website. Now down below we have some helpful resources, so some helpful links. Next steps. So again, this class today is all about how we can assist you not just during onboarding, but well beyond. So these are some things that you can do right away to help you. Sending us your database with your contacts. You got to start generating business, and most likely the best way to do that is through people that you already know. So getting your contacts from your phone or another platform, and getting those added to command so that you can start kind of reaching out to people. Announcing that you've joined KW. Super important because if you are a secret agent, kind of hard to find business. You got to let people know you are an agent. So this will go over how you can share that information. We have some 30-day jump starts and challenges, which we're going to cover once we go back to the SLM website. We also have tips for your biography. We're going to cover that again on the website as well, and trainings. Again, more support numbers and emails. These are super handy to keep just in the event that you ever need to reach out to one of these companies for assistance. I don't see any questions just yet, so we're going to keep going. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to navigate back to that Scott Leroy website. And like I was saying before, we're going to primarily hang out under this Agent Resources tab today. This is where you're going to find a lot of those things that we can assist you with. So the next one is the new KW Agent websites. So if you've been with KW for a while, gosh, it was probably about a year ago now, maybe not quite that long. KW upgraded every KW agent's websites to a new website. With that, we wanted to make sure you guys had all of the resources at your fingertips to be able to customize and enhance your website. So this link is going to be able be where you can find all of that. So we have our YouTube playlist, which is going to go over all of the things that you can change on your website. You can kind of skip over this. We probably need to remove this. Before they upgraded everyone, you had an option to do that, but everyone has been moved over. So you kind of want to hang out on this section here. This is going to go over how you can customize it. So how to upgrade, you've already upgraded, so you can skip that one, but adding testimonials, managing your featured listings, if you want to update your hero photos or create open house sign-in sheets. And then there are some KW provided articles as well that are going to help you go over additional things that you can do to your website. You can always also check out our YouTube channel. We are putting out tip videos all the time that are going to go over new updates in Command, new features, things like that, to help you stay in the know on what's going on with KW. Now, our next tab is going to be live webinars. That is going to bring you onto this class or any class that we have throughout the week. So that's going to bring you live to the Zoom. If you go down to training, you can go to the training calendar. Again, it will allow you to join the live if you just click that link. If you need to access our recorded classes, you can go to SLM training or our YouTube page. You can vote for upcoming classes. So every other Friday, we allow you guys to tell us what class you'd like to see. So if you're trying to jump on next Friday's class, or I'm sorry, is that this Friday? This Friday's class, you can come on here and you can vote on which class you would like to see. Moving down, you'll find the entire month of classes. And my favorite little feature here is this add to Google Calendar. If you click that link, it is going to add this calendar directly to your Gmail calendar. So it makes it really easy to jump on classes on the go or from anywhere as long as you have access to your calendar. And those classes, of course, if you hover over them or click on them, it will give you the description, the link, all of that good stuff. Now down below, you can find a PDF printout of those classes and the schedule. So if you have a computer desk, if you have an office and you like to have a printout, you can come on here and print these out. They're broken down by day of the week, and on the right-hand side, it's going to have the date. So you can kind of highlight those, save what you're wanting to jump onto. I'm gonna go back. You can also find January, and then down below you can find an overview of all of the classes. If we go back up, back to training, we have SLM challenges. So this is another way to kind of help you get familiar with the KW systems or with what we do. So you can come on here and find the SLM Getting Started, Command 30-Day Challenge, Jumpstart with SLM, DocuSign, Teams. These will give you different tasks to kind of get you started with learning. So if you're a self-learner, if you like to kind of do your own thing, you can definitely check these out. This 30-day challenge has a printable, or we can add it to your smart plans and it will give you daily tasks and emails. But this kind of gives you an idea of what that has. So sending your marketing piece to all of your contacts, learning about opportunities. So there's great ways to get familiar with all of the various parts of Command and activities that agents would be doing. You have your Keller Cloud cheat sheets. These are, again, a great training resource for you to access. If you're not sure how something works or what to do, you can come through here and check these out if you're looking for something specific. They're broken down by different areas, so opportunities, landing pages, things like that. Below that, we have digital marketing tips. And this is going to have a ton of video resources for you guys that go through a ton of different topics. You can kind of skim through these, see if there's anything that appeals to you, but DocuSign, things like that. So we are all about making sure you have all of the resources and training available at your fingertips. So you can find all of that on here. Now, next we have recorded training classes. So a couple ways you can access this. You can, of course, come right here. You can also go straight to the YouTube channel. These are broken down by category, though. So if you're looking for command overviews, DocuSign, this is going to be a great way to come and navigate through that. So if you're wanting to find command overview, it's going to take you to our YouTube channel and to the playlist that is specific to um, that. So definitely make sure you are paying attention to those playlists and the dates of the videos. Um, but again, broken down by each of the categories, you can also just come to the YouTube and find those playlists. So that is another way to access that. Next is agent support. Now we're going to spend a little bit of time here. This is probably one of my favorite tabs within our website because this is where you can find the majority of the things that we can assist you with beyond onboarding. So if we take a look at this, we have a top rated. If you need a new bio, you can open this, submit the form, and we can help you get that bio either updated, or if you need help writing it, we can help write a bio for you. So if you're not very good with that, you can always reach out to us. When we're writing that bio for you, you can include a few things that you'd like to highlight about yourself. So you can put that here, and we can make sure that that is included into your bio when we're creating that. Or if you have one and you just need help updating it, you can go ahead and put that here. The bio and the photo on the KW platforms, it's in multiple places. And unfortunately, right now, they don't all communicate with each other. So it's got to be updated in about 3 places. So if you're not sure where to update that or just want someone else to do it for you, this would be a great way for us to help with that. Next is importing database. So again, getting your contacts into command. We're going to reformat those on if you send us a CSV or an Excel file, something like that. We're going to make sure that they're reformatted so that they import correctly. If you need help updating database contact information smart plan, so this is a smart plan if you're missing pieces of information for your contacts, it's going to help us kind of fill in those pieces that you're missing. Now, next we have marketing support. So this is another one of my favorites. It's our monthly newsletter. So we create a newsletter every month that you can come and request through our website. You do have to request it every month. It's not ongoing because we're creating a brand new one each month that is specific to that month and what's going on. But if you come here, you can fill this out and request that we add that smart plan to your command. We can also go ahead and set all of your contacts up on it if you want. You could do all contacts if you have specific contacts you'd like to send it to, or if you just want us to add the smart plan and you can send it on your own. You can fill this out, it will come over to us and we can get started on that request. Free templates. So we'll click on this one really quick. We are going to come back to this one though. It's in a couple of places on our website, and we're going to cover that very last. And I'll show you all of the places you can find that. Next, if you need API Nation setup or importing top producer, smart plan setups, spring clean smart plans, things like that, you can come here and request those. Again, all of these will redirect you to a form so we can gather the necessary information so we can set that up. This one will allow you to get all of the KWRI provided smart plans added to your command. So you can pick the ones that you want, or if you want all 10 of them. Beyond that, we have getting started. So if you've completed your questionnaire and you've gotten your setup, most likely a lot of this would have been done already. For example, your command setup, DocuSign setup, those things would have been completed. However, if you need help with KWS Open House, exporting your contacts from command, KW Tech optimization, again, you got a new headshot. You need to update that. There's various profiles for that. We can kind of take care of that for you. If you need help with password resetting or QR codes that you'd like to use for different marketing, we can help create those. Biography again. If you need MailChimp or Dotloop, we can help with those as well. Now down below, we have looking to rebrand. The first one is leaving a team. So if you are leaving a team, most likely your profiles need to be updated. to remove that team branding and information. So this will allow us to go in and make sure all of that is removed from you, so that your website's not still showing the team, things like that. If you need help updating your Market Center logos, if you joined a team or switched teams, we can help with that as well. If you have new social media links, email setup, things like that, all of those we are happy to help with. Some of them are super easy, website, office, phone numbers, things like that. Every office has a KW calendar as well. It's through the intranet. Now, not all offices utilize that intranet calendar. However, if they do, we can help connect that to your Gmail calendar. So again, similar to the training calendar we have, we can add it to where you can access all of those trainings in one place. That way you're not going to different platforms or websites to find all of those trainings. If you need help with email aliases, forwarding your email, things like that, you can fill those out as well. Quick question in the chat. Patricia, you can find this training on our YouTube channel. I'll drop that in the chat one more time for you. There we go. Now next we have website support. So websites can be a little bit tricky and not everyone's super comfortable with them. If you are looking to make some enhancements to your website, but you're not sure how to do it yourself, you can come here and we have various different things that we are happy to go in and do for you. For example, we have website enhancements. You can add all of our additional pages that we offer. So if you click that, you can kind of fill out that form and we'll get started. Or if there are specific pages you'd like to add, you can go through these one by one. If you need help with adding your testimonials, let's say you had them on a different platform, Google or a different website, and you want to move them to your KW site, you can do that here. If you want a download my app page, if you have a custom domain and you're looking to forward that to your KW site, you can fill out this form and we can take care of that for you. If you need a What's My Home Worth listing setup for your featured listings, Google Analytics, a lot of people aren't sure on that one. You can fill out this form and we can help with that. There's a couple of blogs, so Homekeeper and Keeping Current Matters. If you need help with Keller Mortgage or listing landing pages, adding the local school search or mortgage calculators, those are popular ones that get requested a lot. If you want an open house sign-in sheet, so you used to be able to create an open house sign-in sheet that was for any open house. With the new KW sites, they are specific to each listing. So you would need one for the open house specifically for that listing, which is great because it allows the contact to fill that out. And then that address is on that property or on that contact timeline. So you know exactly what open house they went to. If you need help with preferred vendors, a website slideshow, adding a testimonial form, or if you're in an area that has the NEO construction, this does require a subscription, so you would have to have that for us to set this up, but this is another one that you can come and request. Moving along, we have Build Your Business. So again, these are those third-party platforms that we set up. Maybe you were not with us, or maybe we didn't offer these when you joined and you don't want all of them, or you don't want to go through the entire tech audit. You can just request the ones that you're interested in. So if you want Canva or Zoom, if you just want the digital business card, you can come here and choose. If you want all three Canva, Zoom, and TidyCal, these will allow you to select those all three. The Blink is different because it needs more information, but you can request all three of these on one form. So makes it a little bit easier than filling out 3 forms if you are wanting all of those. Now moving down, we have compliance updates. If you are in a state that has specific compliance, we most likely know that during onboarding and we'll handle that. However, if there are changes or things like that, you can come here and request those. And then lastly, we have leadership support. So if you are a member of leadership, just know that these are here. We're not going to jump into these today, but if you have any questions on those, you can reach out to our support team. Now moving to our next uh, button is going to be templates. So with this, we have free templates and agent concierge. We're going to take a look at these free templates first. And again, we kind of talked about this before, but our free templates are generally through Canva. So if you come on this page and scroll down, you'll see that there's a few options. We have social posts, flyers, postcards. There's also email signatures. It looks like the photo's a little funky. But if we click on that email signature, it's going to redirect us to, it says Canva, and we're going to be able to view those different templates. Now I can find the one that I like, make sure there's one in here that I like. Let's say this is the one. We can use new template or use template for design. It's going to redirect us to Canva. And then I just want to mention that you're going to have all of those templates that we were kind of flipping through. So you'd want to come through and find the one that you liked. So we pointed out this one. So then you can go ahead and start editing this, making it your own, adding your photo, things like that. And then you can download that and add that to your email settings. Now, with that being said, I always recommend make sure you are checking with your office to make sure you are compliant with your local rules and guidelines. So we don't have all of that information. They would be the best to tell you if you're compliant or not. So definitely get that checked out before you start using it. But this is where you can access all of those. So we're going to go back just a little bit. And again, we also have the listing social posts, listing flyers. You can come through and view these. Once you find what you're looking for specifically, if you're looking for open houses, it's going to be the same kind of setup. It's going to give you all of the different options. And then when you use that template, it's going to bring you in and you're still going to have access to all of them. So great way for you to come in and start creating your own custom templates. Of course, you can also use Command. They do have templates available through Command that you can use. Now next is that Agent Concierge. So this is one of my absolute favorites. This is one of our newer services. We looked at this briefly when we were under agent support and we clicked on those free marketing templates. That is going to be the same as this Agent Concierge. Now you can also find this by going to Real Estate Marketing and Agent Concierge. All three of those will take you to the same place. But it brings you to this page here. And if we come down, this is the marketing that we create for you. So this is not the marketing that you come in, find the template, and you start editing. This is you come in, fill out the information, and we make it for you. So if you are one of those people who either likes to save time or just is not a designer, you can choose this option. So it's just loading, so we'll just give it a second. Try that again. It's having a Monday, it's a little slow. There we go. So once we hit start, it's going to ask you, is this your first time creating marketing or you've already done this before? We're going to go ahead and do first time. Enter your market center number. So again, this is where entering that market center number, you're going to have to use this a lot when you're using our website. So just make sure you know that piece of information. Are you creating this marketing for yourself or for someone else? So I like to explain this because why would you be creating it for someone else? Maybe you're on a team and you're an admin and you're creating it for an agent on the team. Or maybe you're the listing is yours and you're creating an open house piece for someone that's hosting an open house for you. So there's lots of different options there. I'm going to go ahead and do myself for this one today, though. We're going to put Scott and we're going to do next. Would you like to choose from the most popular designs or everything that we offer? I'm going to go ahead and do all available so you guys can kind of see everything. And then when we're creating marketing, excuse me, you can pick if you are looking for a social post, postcards, or flyers. Or if you're looking for all three, you can of course do all of the above. Now, once we do that, it's going to bring us in to find the design that we like. So we can kind of look through these. I know they're kind of small, but just kind of look over them, find the one that you like. I'm going to go ahead and we'll do this one. And then it's going to bring us to flyers, and we're going to do the same thing. So find the one that you like. Let's just grab this one here. And then postcards. So you can see it has two sides. We're going to just pick this one, but there are a ton of options. Then it's going to ask for the property address. So we're just going to put, sorry, my numlock's not on. So every time I try to type, it moves me down. Main Street, Orlando. We're going to go ahead and put that zip code. We're going to do next. Now, what is the status of this listing? Are you doing a for sale, just listed, sold, pending, open house, or under contract? Now, depending what you pick here, your next page might be a little different. So if you're doing open house, it's going to ask you what's the date and time. If you're doing one of the others, it's going to go straight to the email address. So we're going to go ahead and do open house. And I'm going to put that it is for this weekend. Let's do December 28th. We'll do 1 to 3. What is your business email? I promise I can type until I'm teaching, and then I forget where my fingers go. Enter a phone number. We'll just grab this one here. There we go. Next, you're going to add your photo. So your headshot, what photo would you like to use? If you have a personal logo that you want to add, you can put that here. And then it's going to allow you to review and submit. So you can go through this. If you entered something incorrectly, you still have the option to edit that instead of starting over. You can even change the flyers that you picked if you want to. We'll go all the way to the end again. So you can still edit any of that information, including flyers, because this does give you a little bit bigger version for you to look at. And then once you're all done, you're going to go ahead and submit. Now, I'm not going to submit this today because I don't want them to create this, but generally for this type of marketing or any of our other support items on our website, we generally say 2 business days. Now, our goal is always to get that out sooner than 2 business days, but that is the limit that we've set for that. So just keep that in mind if you're needing something. Say you're submitting an open house for Saturday and it's Friday afternoon, it most likely is not going to be done in time. So just make sure you're submitting those early enough to get them submitted. Now that is all of our stuff on our Scott Leroy website here. A couple of things I just like to touch on before we jump off of here. Some of the basics on your command platform. One of them being your My Profile. This is a primarily internal profile. However, it does allow you to be seen on that kw.com, which is what we looked at in the beginning of class. With that, I'd just like to mention your license number. If that is incorrect or missing, make sure you reach out to your office. They need to update that in Command MC. And if that information is missing, it may prevent your KW app from working properly. It may not allow you to be found or may not be branded to you. So definitely make sure that is there. That also goes for your MLS. If you're not seeing MLS listing here, most likely your MLS ID needs to be added to your Command MC. And again, your Market Center staff can update that for you. One last thing, if we go back to Command, I'm going to go to Settings. And then I just want to point out the marketing profile because it gets kind of skipped over sometimes. And this is the most important profile in Command. This is the profile that feeds all of the information to your branded app, to your website, and to other marketing in your Command platform. So this one is going to be super important to make sure it is up to date and has all of the necessary information. So if you have not come here and completed this, or if it got missed, most likely we do this during setup. But if you are missing something or something needs to be changed, this is going to be the best place to come to do that. So definitely check that out. That is the end of our class. So as promised, we always get done a little bit early, which I love because it leaves time for questions. So I am going to stop record so that we can see if there are any questions, whether they are relevant to what we covered or you just have a random question. Drop those in the chat. We'll go through them. If you're not sticking around for questions, thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. And if you are celebrating the holidays, happy holidays. Bye, guys. Stop record.